I'm Max Rothman, President and CEO of the Alliance for Aging, the area agency on aging for Miami-Dade and Monroe counties. The older I get, the more clearly I remember things that never happened. Mark Twain. I love that line. Not just for the humor. It reminds us how complex and colorful aging really is. It's a journey filled with stories, wisdom, challenges, and sometimes even invented memories. I'm honored to welcome you all to the New Face of Aging Conference, Aging and the Art of Happiness. We celebrate not only longevity, but the strength, purpose, and joy that can come with growing older. But first, we have some welcome remarks from the Secretary of the Department of Elder Affairs, Michelle Branham. Thank you, Secretary Branham. We appreciate it. May is Older Americans Month, a time when we pause to recognize the contributions of older adults in our communities. It's a time to celebrate their resilience, achievements, and the roles they continue to play in shaping our families, our culture, our communities, and our future. But also their need for support. And in no time is that issue more important than today. I want to talk about the Older Americans Act. Pursuant to this act, the goal of the Alliance for Aging is simple, yet powerful: to provide information and access to quality services that help older Americans stay at home and in their communities. We want to support aging well at home. We're advocating for Congress to protect, not cut, ideally increase funding for meals and supportive services and the National Family Caregiver Support Program. Caregivers are essential to aging in place with dignity. We want to prevent elimination of a number of programs that have been proposed for total elimination. The SHINE program, serving the health insurance needs of elders, using 30 volunteers from our community, and some of them are here, to provide information and unbiased counseling for folks on Medicare. At no time do they need that assistance more than now. The low-income energy assistance program, out of which we administer the Elder Home Energy Assistance Program that helps pay people's electric bills when they're being threatened with being cut off. Evidence-based health promotion programs that help elders to prevent falling, to protect their health as they grow older through evidence-based programs. And the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program, which provides independent voluntary assistance for those in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. All of these programs are on the chopping block as we speak. We want to prevent unnecessary institutionalization. Home and community-based services are not only better for everyone's well-being, but they're more cost-effective than institutional care. Cutting these programs risks pushing more older people into nursing homes at public expense, at your expense, at Medicaid's expense. And we want to strengthen the links between healthcare and aging services to build better bridges that lead to more integrated and effective care. That's a lot of what we've been doing this morning as well. I'd like to share a few brief stories about older people whose lives have been transformed by the Older Americans Act. Rose, 79 years old, in her own words. When my husband passed away, I felt very lonely and depressed. I was no longer able to drive or afford to pay for daily transportation. I didn't want to bother my children. We hear that all the time. A friend told me I should try going to the Michael Ann Russell Jewish Community Center. Their free transportation has allowed me to attend the center 4 times a week for over 10 years. Now my week is filled with clubs, activities, trips, art classes, yoga, Pilates, and Zumba. I also teach older people how to prepare different kinds of food. These activities and social interactions bring me joy and stimulation. I joined a painting class, which completely changed my life. It brought back the emotions I felt when I was a child and did a lot of painting. That's the impact of community-based services. After the passing of his wife, Miguel, 89, encouraged by his children, began regularly attending the City of Miami Springs Adult Community Center. What started as daily lunches quickly evolved into a routine filled with fitness classes, bingo, educational lectures, and new friendships. He reconnected with his past by sharing a photo of himself from the 1950s when he was a police officer. That photo is now shared in the Miami Springs Historical Society. He enjoys a vibrant social life at the center, and he and his friends are already planning for his upcoming 90th birthday. This center is a vital source of connection, purpose, and indeed, happiness. Following her husband's death at age 75, Maria sought help from Legal Services of Greater Miami after facing a reverse mortgage foreclosure. Despite meeting all her obligations, her mortgage servicer sued her. Legal Services represented her, advocated persistently, and helped confirm her enrollment in the mortgage optional election program. After years of effort, they secured a dismissal of the foreclosure, allowing her to remain safely at home. Social connection, purpose, dignity, all are supported by the Older Americans Act. Now, none of this work happens alone. Our dedicated staff, supervisors, and service providers, many of whom are here today, enroll clients and deliver services. Our outstanding dedicated management staff supports all of these efforts. I'd like to ask everyone on our staff and our providers to stand for a moment and let folks see who you are. Please. We also have a couple of folks with us today that I'd like to ask them to stand as well. Wasn't sure they would be here, but they're here, and I think you ought to meet them. Josefina Carbonell is the former Assistant Secretary for Aging during the Bush administration. Where's Josefina? She's around somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay, terrific. Welcome, Josefina. And Brenda Lampong. Is Brenda still here? She is the mayor's elder advocate, representing the mayor's office today. Thank you very much. I want to offer a few brief reflections on the intersection of aging and happiness, speaking from experience. Some of you may be aware of Roger Rosenblatt. He's 85 years old. He's a New York Times columnist for many years and a writer. He once gave this insightful advice for his rules for aging and happiness. Here's a few of my favorite lines. Nobody thinks about you, ever. That embarrassing moment last week, forget about it. That brilliant idea you shared, also forgotten. Make young friends. And we have a whole cadre of Miami-Dade students, Miami-Dade College students here today. You should stand up also. Budding gerontologists who are going to work in the field of aging. Try to see fewer than 5 doctors this year. Get a dog. That one's easy. Get a dog. Don't hear the cheers. Join a gang. This one was particularly interesting. He didn't mean it figuratively. He meant it figuratively, but he's right. Connection matters, especially for men who often miss out on the natural communities that women tend to form. And finally, start every day, end every day, with Louis Armstrong, or whoever your favorite musician is. West End Blues by Armstrong, wonderful. Really, anything will do. I won't tell you exactly why, but you'll thank me. Happiness in aging isn't about avoiding difficulty. It's about having purpose and meaning, even in the face of illness or loss. It's about resilience. This wisdom isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by science. Some of you know Dr. Gene Cohen, pioneer in geriatric psychiatry. He found in his research that aging isn't something to endure, it's something to embrace. He saw aging not as a time of decline, but as a catalyst for creativity and expression. Dr. Laura Carstensen, the founder of the Stanford Longevity Center, and very well known in the field, found that older adults are often happier because they choose to be. They narrow their social circles to focus on the relationships that matter most, and they prioritize joy and connection. Aging well in the end is less about what we have and more about how we frame it. It's a mindset, positive, adaptive, and grateful. Maybe that's why the older we get, the fewer things seem worth waiting in line for. I can thank Will Rogers for that one. Thank you very much. And now I am pleased to introduce, thank you. I'm pleased to introduce our fearless leader and chair of our board of directors, Lisa Chen. Lisa.